he does this little charge at the tree, and it was almost a brown pants moment.
You could just see her heart going like this. She's like, oh, I've never had this happen.
You're trying to stay focused, and you got Dad's voice in your head, pick a spot, pick a spot. I was studying abroad in Japan, and if anyone's aware about the hunting seasons in Japan, as far as I could tell, there aren't any. They have bears there, you can't hunt them. I think there's a season for crows. That's about it. That's all you can do. I asked the old man to take me fishing. I couldn't do it. I had an amazing time in Japan, but my outdoor lifestyle that I have in Canada was severely lacking, and I was pretty anxious to get back to it when I got home.
So we're just on our way to complete our handy dandy list of things we need to do before we leave. So our first stop is to get our licenses, and I have my outdoors card, so that's a good start. Got them. Check.
When I came home, it was time to prep for the bear hunt. One of my favorite hunts of the year, so I was pretty anxious to get back in the bear stand.
Well, at the Marchand's house, not only do you have to do dishes and mow the lawn, but you also have to prep your bear bait. So this morning, Mom and I are bonding in the garage with some donuts. Nope. Some donuts and scones.
I would need a donut on a good day, never mind.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, but look it, if this doesn't say, come eat me to a bear.
I don't know what will.
Oh, sweet.
We've been collecting bait, we go to the grocery stores, we go to the local bakeries, we want donuts and bread, and we want carb and sugar, heavy carb, heavy sugar meals for the bears.
One of my chores today is to get the bear bait ready for tomorrow. I'm not doing it by myself. I'm calling in my best friend Katie to help me with this.
So, I got the call this morning to come and help the Marchands out with their hunting prep. Little did I know I would be shoving all of this gross food into giant garbage bags and loading it into trucks.
Melted.
But anything to help them out.
Aww, you're such a good friend.
We make one trip up in July, we get the baits established, get the bears going and hitting them, and then a month later we go up in August, and that's when the hunt starts.
Countdown's on, bear hunt's in a few days. We're packing up the vehicles right now. And then tomorrow morning we'll be taking the 12-hour drive up to Kapuskasing for the best time of the year.
Well, our friends so nicely gave us some honey, which is code for bear crack. This is our secret weapon. If I like it, then the bears will like it. It's very good. It is bear crack.
We're on our way to Kapuskasing today. The drive is not near halfway over, but the traffic's been good. We're making good time. We're trying to beat Mom and Dad there. And tomorrow we have a day to rest up, and then Monday the hunt starts, and we're gonna bag me a big one.
This segment brought to you by Lake Huron Chrysler. The tip of the week is brought to you by The Bear Essentials, your wilderness experience guides.
When you're out in the bush, you can get into some nasty stuff. Pine pitch, balsam sap, this stuff can muck up your day. A lot of people use gasoline to try to get it off their hands, but we actually have a simple home solution, and it's scent free. So what you do is you just take a hunk of butter here, right like that, and you just lather that into your hands. It's kind of gross, it's kind of nasty, but this stuff works. Really get it in there. And then just put on some hot water and rinse it off. Good as new. And that's your Just Us Hunting tip of the week.
We made it.
Well, the Ohio boys are always up there before we get there. We get there, we have a few wobbly pops and hang out with them. And they've always started the hunt the opening day. We get there a few days after. And they're always generally very successful. Maybe smaller bears, but they always come home with some meat for the freezer. So we've got there and they've already had a few bears.
The meat bear.
It's a meat bear. First one, Kurt.
Kurt always gets the first one.
Yeah, he always does.
Because we don't live in the area that we bear hunt in, we're kind of relying on the tree stands that we've used previously. The bears do use those tree stands quite frequently, so we're lucky that way, but we don't have the option of scouting for extra areas because we don't have the time to take off from work or to drive the 12 hours north. So we're really just relying on those baits to still be active, and we're pretty fortunate that they remain pretty active when we go back year after year.
So we just are coming out from filling up our drums, got our baits ready to go. We threw some cakes in there. We put some of the bear crack out on the ground, which is code for honey.
We checked our trail cam pics, and there's some pretty nice ones on the one bait. They're both active, but there's some really big ones on the one bait. And hopefully Monday, bang bang, shoot them up, and we'll be done.
The night before opening day for the bear hunt, we're checking off everything, making sure everything's in order for tomorrow and everything runs smoothly for when Erica and I take down a bear. I am working on a scarf and working on my makeup for tomorrow because we can't be seen by the bears. And hopefully everything runs according to plan and Mom and Dad will be in the standby in the evening. We go to our baits that we've been establishing for the past month, and nothing is happening. We have trail cam pictures. We know they're there, and we know they're showing up during the day. But for whatever reason, when we show up, it's just not much is going on.
It's opening morning. We're all settled in the tree. The bait had been hit, and we sprayed some bear juice. Hopefully I'll track some more. I can smell the bear juice from up here, so hopefully the bears can smell it too. It's a good morning. Usually there's more excitement on this bait in the afternoon, but gotta seize every opportunity you can. So hopefully we'll see some this morning and bag it, and then Mom can get in the stand for the afternoon. It's the first morning, and we haven't heard a whole lot. The bait has been hit though, which is a good sign. Kelly and Mom's bait, they've been hit too. So it's 9 o'clock, and I've made the prediction that at 9:30 a bear will be on the bait, and Dad's time is 9:54. So I'm hoping I'm right because it's earlier. And yeah, we're just killing some time here, and then hopefully later we'll be killing some bears.
Watching squirrels and watching birds and watching rabbits gets a little dry after a while. And my dad has this tree stand that he MacGyvered together with tie wraps, and that was my tree stand. So I had tie wrap plastic bits up my butt the whole first part of the hunt.
But it'll all be worth it once bear comes in. Anytime now.
So, opening day is done. It was pretty uneventful. No bears are coming in when we're going out, so we have to plan our days better to go out when they are there. So hopefully there's more luck tomorrow, and we'll see you then.
Well, tonight we saw a whole pile of nothing on both baits, but today just wasn't our day. Tomorrow will be. I have a feeling. Tomorrow it'll be a double down.
Double down.
It was 27 degrees tonight. I was really overdressed. It was quite warm. So at one point I had to take my boots off because I thought I was gonna swelter in my boots.
Well, that's why the bears didn't come.
I know,
Their
our
feet
feet
stink.
were stinky.
This segment brought to you by APA Bows. This one-time memory is brought to you by Lake Huron Chrysler, bringing the fun back into buying a vehicle.
I remember this one time, I was sitting in a tent, turkey hunting. We had 8 shootable birds come to the field. We finally got them to come to us after about 5 hours, calling, talking to them. We shot at one, rolled them. That's a memory I'm never going to forget.
Opening day was a little disappointing. We didn't see any bears anywhere. We usually have some kind of action on the first day. So today we decided to pull out all the stops. Eric is bringing out the bear crack, our honey, to bring them in. And I've got these babies on. Do you see that? That's Piglet. And he's best friends with Winnie the Pooh. So Winnie's going to be coming in today. And little does he know it, he's not going to be leaving.
When we go into the stand, the hunter has certain things that they carry, the camera person has other things that they carry. I always carry extra. On the way in, when you're going into a bear bait, we have to have orange on. So we have an orange vest, an orange hat. Climb up in the tree, I put my vest in my pack sack, and I was putting the camera on the camera arm and getting all set up. Kelly was set up, and I realized that I had left my orange hat on my head. So I took the hat and I put it behind my back. While I was sitting there reading and checking for bears, obviously, at some point I had wiggled and my hat went whoop, 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 right on the ground.
Oops, my hat fell.
I looked at it, said, what are the chances that's gonna affect anything?
She's dropping everything. She dropped her hat, she dropped the book she was reading, she dropped a plastic bag. She's got butterfingers in a tree stand, so I'm thinking this hunt's kind of gone out the window. We're both sitting there cross-legged, and I just happen to look down, and here comes this bear. He walks right by that hat. Didn't even sniff it, nothing. Walked right over it, went to the bait. And he's bigger than Big Shorty. I think he looks massive. He knows we're there. He knows we're there mostly because he had to walk over my mom's hat that she dropped. So he comes into the bait and he circles around and he does this little charge at the tree. And it was almost a brown pants moment, but he didn't come up, so we would have been in deep trouble if he came up. But you could just see her heart going like this. She's like, oh, I've never had this happen. In my head, I thought, oh, I wonder, Rick always says that if a bear climbs up your tree, you just take your arrow and put it right on the end of its nose. Maybe we're gonna find out. He just circled around and went back to the bait. And I was ready. This is my second time out hunting. First time was with Big Shorty. So I'm kind of more prepared for that like adrenaline rush you're getting and you're trying to stay focused and you got dad's voice in your head, pick a spot, and you're kind of hoping your cameraman's got it all under control. It's really nice when you have a cameraman there. It's just one major thing you don't have to focus on. That's kind of their issue, and yours is hunting. That's all you have to worry about. And I was just waiting for that perfect opportunity. and he presented it. Big Shorty I shot lying down, and it was a good shot, but it's more comfortable when they're standing up and you know it's more of a straight on shot than such a severe angle. So I waited until he was up. I had this feeling that I was like this old pro now that I've already shot something, and I totally wasn't. I was still giddy and giggly after shooting this bear.
Oh, I wish I could swear. I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. That bear fits my frigid school perfectly. Shaking. Oh, shake and bake, team Vixen.
Closed captioning brought to you by the Archery Place. Vehicle graphics supplied by Artec. The Hunter Profile is brought to you by APA. We are not the same.
I've been hunting for as long as I can remember. My weapon of choice is the bow and arrow. It was the first one I received when I was a little kid. I've been playing with them ever since. Now, I build my own bows and arrows. I love to hunt moose, deer, bear, and I've taken all three of them. My dream hunt would be to hunt a Kodiak brown on the Alaskan coastline. My grandfather was the one who influenced me the most into hunting in the first place. My name is Al Gosnell, and this is my profile.
Bear down. Man, that's awesome.
When Kelly shot Big Shorty, I was pretty cheesed because she had beat me to her first shot at anything. I had never killed anything, and I put so much more time and effort into it. But when she had harvested Casper, I didn't really have that feeling of, I want to choke you.
That's awesome. We've seen nothing all night. But I guess they were seeing something and she got it. That's awesome.
I have a friend in Japan, and he's from Sweden. His name's Casper, and he asked me to name my bear that summer after him. So that's how Casper got his name.
Ah, I'm so happy.
I was pretty happy for her, and you know, we do it as a family. So Dad and I climbed out of the tree to go help them.
Impact. Two-blade rage.
Good job, buddy.
There's my bear!
That a girl kill?
Yes! I could almost still see my tree stand.
That a girl, man.
That's my bear. Hey, this bear came in. He was snarling at me. I thought he was gonna climb up the tree at one point, but he calmed down after a little bit. And he went to the barrel, and I knew it was now or never. The bait's been pretty slow because of the berries this year. And I gave him his last meal, lasted about a minute, and then within 20 yards he was dead, and now he's mine, and he's gonna fill up my freezer.
So we find Casper, we, you know, take her pictures, we tag him, and that's when the real fun begins. You get to get him out of the bush. And dragging a bear out of the bush is absolutely terrible. It's like dragging this giant bag of Jell-O. Like, they just flop all over the place. They get caught on everything, every little rock, every little twig, everything. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot, I dragged that bear out. Kelly did nothing. She tried to help, but she's a little weakling. So even though she killed the bear, the gun show had to come in and help her drag it out. The sister competition, I mean, we're sisters. You're always gonna have a rivalry. I'm always gonna
you're always going to compare each other. We are starting to do more together, and that's awesome because we're kind of stumbling through it and learning together opposed to being frenemies.
Since we were little kids, she's the one that's been more aggressive about hunting than I've been. And I took her hunting partner that she was supposed to have. So this year we switched. But by switching my mom for my dad, I got the good luck charm and she got the teacher. So maybe that hunt was a little more relaxing for me than it was for Erica. But it was a really good hunt, and I'm glad my mom was there with me to experience it.
Just Us Hunting would like to thank these great sponsors. Rescue 7, AEDs saves lives. Cold Fire Canada. Our mission, everyone gets home safe. Dynablast, industrial hot and cold pressure washers. APA Bows, choose your venom. The Archery Place, offering you a wide range of archery products and services. Lake Huron Chrysler, bringing the fun back into buying a vehicle. Arctex Signs and Graphics. Howitzer Arrows, be the difference. The Bear Essentials, your wilderness experience guides.
If you have videos of your hunts and you'd like to see them on this show, go to our website, justushunting.com, and email us directly. Who knows, maybe you'll see your hunts right here on Just Us Hunting.
Getting rough when I stop believing I'm not tough enough to be free. I just go